Every night, a poor young man secretly slept beside an old grave in the cemetery. Nobody knew why. Then one rainy evening, a billionaire named Ethan Carter arrived at the cemetery to visit his father's grave. He stopped when he saw the young man sleeping beside it. Angry, Ethan walked toward him. "Who are you, and why are you sleeping here?" The boy slowly opened his eyes. Then he looked at the billionaire and whispered, "I was waiting for your father." Ethan froze. "My father has been dead for 10 years. The boy reached into his jacket and pulled out an old photograph. Ethan stared at it. It showed his father, standing beside the boy's mother. But the real shock was written on the back. "Ethan must never know that he has a brother." Ethan's hands began to shake. His father had hidden a secret for 10 years. And the poor boy sleeping beside his grave was about to change the billionaire's entire life. Rain fell heavily over the old cemetery. It was almost midnight. The city lights were barely visible through the fog, and the narrow paths between the graves were completely empty. Except for one person. A young man was sleeping beside an old grave. He had no blanket. No proper shoes. Only a worn jacket, a small backpack, and an old photograph clutched tightly in his hand. His name was Noah Carter. He was 22 years old. And for the last 3 nights, he had been sleeping beside the same grave. Not because he had nowhere else to go, but because he was waiting for someone. Someone who had been dead for 10 years. The billionaire arrives. A black luxury car slowly entered the cemetery. Inside was Ethan Carter, one of the wealthiest businessmen in the city. Ethan rarely visited his father's grave. But that night was the 10th anniversary of his father's death. He wanted to be alone. He stepped out of the car holding a single bouquet of white roses. As he walked toward the family grave, he noticed someone lying beside it. Ethan stopped. What is he doing here? His security guard moved forward. Sir, I'll handle it. But Ethan raised his hand. No. He walked closer. The young man was asleep. Ethan looked at his clothes. Dirty. Worn. He appeared homeless. Ethan gently kicked the ground beside him. Hey. The young man opened his eyes. He immediately sat up. I'm sorry. Who are you? The young man looked at Ethan. For several seconds, he said nothing. Then his eyes moved toward the grave. You're Ethan Carter. Ethan froze. How do you know my name? The young man slowly stood. I've been waiting for you. Why? The young man reached into his jacket. Ethan's security guard stepped forward. But Noah pulled out an old photograph. He handed it to Ethan. Ethan looked at the photograph. His heart stopped. The man standing in the picture was his father, Richard Carter. But he wasn't alone. Standing beside him was a young woman. And in her arms was a little boy. Ethan turned the photograph over. There were handwritten words on the back. Ethan must never know about Noah. Ethan's hands began shaking. He looked at the young man. Who are you? Noah whispered. I'm Noah. Ethan stared at him. Noah what? The young man swallowed. Noah Carter. The cemetery suddenly felt completely silent. The secret brother. Ethan looked at the photograph again. That's impossible. Noah didn't respond. Ethan shook his head. My father had one son. Me. Noah quietly replied. That's what everyone told you. Ethan stepped closer. Who is your mother? Noah looked toward the grave. Her name was Sarah. Ethan's expression changed. He remembered that name. He had heard it once when he was a child. His mother had been arguing with his father. He had been standing outside the bedroom door. His mother had screamed, "You promised me Sarah was gone." Ethan had never understood what she meant. Until tonight. "Where is your mother?" he asked. Noah looked down. "She died 6 months ago." Ethan's voice softened. "I'm sorry. She spent her entire life protecting your father's secret." "What secret?" Noah looked at him. "That I'm his son." "The letter." Noah opened his backpack. Inside were several old papers. "My mother told me never to come looking for you. She said your father wanted you protected. But before she died, she gave me this." He handed Ethan a sealed envelope. Ethan recognized the handwriting immediately. His father's handwriting. His hands trembled as he opened it. Inside was a letter. "Ethan, if you're reading this, I'm probably gone. There is something I never told you. Before I met your mother, I loved another woman named Sarah. We had a son. His name is Noah. I wanted to tell you the truth, but circumstances made it impossible. Your mother threatened to take you away from me if I admitted Noah existed. I was afraid of losing you. So I made the cowardly choice. I stayed silent. If Noah ever comes to you, don't punish him for my mistakes. He deserves the family I failed to give him." "Dad." Ethan couldn't speak. His father had lied to him. His entire life had been built around a secret. And now the secret was standing in front of him. Why did Noah come? Ethan looked at Noah. Why now? Noah took a deep breath. My mother didn't want anything from you. She never wanted your money. She only wanted me to know who my father was. Ethan looked at the grave. Why were you sleeping here? Noah's eyes filled with tears. Because this is the only place where I could feel close to him. Ethan looked at him. You could have called me. I didn't know if you'd believe me. So you came here? Noah nodded. I thought if I waited long enough, maybe you'd come. Ethan looked at the young man. For the first time, he noticed something. Noah had the same eyes as his father. The same small scar above his eyebrow. Even the same habit of rubbing his thumb against his fingers when nervous. Ethan whispered, "You're really my brother." Noah looked away. I don't know. I've spent my whole life wondering if I was. The DNA test. Ethan didn't sleep that night. The next morning, he ordered a private DNA test. Noah agreed. 3 days later, the results arrived. Ethan opened the envelope. He read the first line. Then stopped. The result confirmed it. Noah was his biological half-brother. Ethan sat alone in his office. For 10 years, he had believed he was his father's only child. Now he had a brother. A brother who had grown up with almost nothing. While Ethan had inherited billions. The confrontation. Ethan invited Noah to his mansion. Noah stood inside the enormous living room, looking uncomfortable. I don't belong here. Ethan looked at him. Why? This house is bigger than the neighborhood I grew up in. Ethan smiled sadly. Maybe that's going to change. Noah shook his head. I don't want your money. Ethan looked surprised. Then what do you want? Noah answered. I wanted a father. Silence. That sentence hit Ethan harder than anything else. Noah continued. I wanted someone to teach me how to ride a bike. Someone to come to my school. Someone to tell me I was doing okay. His voice broke. But he wasn't there. Ethan lowered his head. I'm sorry. Noah wiped his eyes. You didn't do it. No. But I benefited from his silence. Noah looked at him. So did I. The second secret. That evening, Ethan began going through his father's old documents. He wanted to understand why Richard had kept Noah's secret. Then he found something unexpected. A bank account. It had been opened 20 years earlier. Every month, money had been transferred into it. The account belonged to Sarah Bennett, Noah's mother. Ethan stared at the records. His father had secretly supported Sarah and Noah. But the payments had stopped 10 years ago. The exact month Richard died. Ethan called his father's former lawyer. Why was this account created? The lawyer sighed. Your father wanted to provide for Noah. Why didn't he tell me? Because he believed your mother would destroy the family if she found out. Ethan asked. Did my father ever meet Noah? The lawyer paused. Yes. When? About 11 years ago. Ethan froze. That's impossible. Your father visited Sarah shortly before his death. He spent an entire afternoon with Noah. Ethan's heart sank. Why didn't anyone tell me? The lawyer replied. Your father asked us to keep it secret. The final meeting. Ethan and Noah returned to the cemetery. They stood beside Richard's grave. Noah looked at the headstone. I wish I had known him better. Ethan nodded. Me too. They stood silently. Then Ethan pulled something from his pocket. It was an old watch. His father's watch. I found this in his desk. Noah looked at it. Ethan handed it to him. Why are you giving me this? Because he should have given it to you himself. Noah shook his head. I can't take it. You can. Why? Because you're his son. Noah finally accepted it. He held the watch tightly. Then he began crying. Ethan put his arm around him. For the first time in their lives, the two brothers stood together. The family reveal. The next morning, Ethan made a decision. He called a family meeting. His mother, Victoria, arrived at the mansion. Ethan placed the photograph on the table. Victoria immediately recognized it. Her face went pale. Where did you get that? Ethan looked at her. From my brother. Victoria's eyes widened. What? His name is Noah. She stood up. Richard promised me. Ethan interrupted. He promised everyone too much. Victoria looked at Noah. For several seconds, nobody spoke. Then she whispered. You're Sarah's son. Noah nodded. Victoria sat down. She looked exhausted. I was afraid. Ethan asked. Afraid of what? Losing your father. I thought if I let him have another family, I would lose everything. Her voice trembled. So I gave him an ultimatum. And he chose me. Ethan looked at Noah. No. He looked back at his mother. He chose fear. Victoria began crying. For 10 years, I've regretted it. Noah didn't say anything. Then he quietly replied. I don't hate you. Victoria looked at him. Why? Because I know what it feels like to be afraid. A new life. Months passed. Noah moved into his own apartment. Ethan never forced him to accept money. Instead, he asked what Noah wanted to do with his life. Noah had always loved repairing cars. So Ethan helped him open a small automobile restoration business. Noah worked hard. He didn't want to be known as a billionaire's brother. He wanted to build something himself. Within 2 years, his business became successful. But the most important change wasn't financial. It was personal. Ethan and Noah became brothers in every sense of the word. They had dinner together every Sunday. They traveled together. They argued. They laughed. They learned about each other's childhoods. And slowly, they built the relationship their father had never been brave enough to create. The last visit. 10 years after Noah first appeared at the cemetery, Ethan and Noah returned to their father's grave. This time, neither of them was alone. They brought their families. Noah placed the old photograph beside the grave. Ethan placed his father's watch next to it. Then Noah smiled. "Do you think Dad knew we'd find each other?" Ethan looked at the grave. "Maybe." "Why?" "Because he left us the letter." Noah smiled. "And the truth?" Ethan nodded. The brothers stood together. Two sons who had grown up in completely different worlds. One had inherited billions. The other had inherited nothing. But in the end, they discovered something worth more than money. Family. Ethan looked at Noah. "You know what Dad's biggest mistake was?" Noah asked. "What?" "Thinking he had to choose between us." Noah smiled. "He didn't." "No." Ethan put his arm around his brother. "He just had to tell the truth." The rain began to fall softly. The two brothers walked away from the grave together. And for the first time in 20 years, Richard Carter's secret was no longer a secret. It had become a family. Life lesson: sometimes the truth arrives late, but it can still heal wounds that have lasted a lifetime. Money can build an empire, but it can never replace the people who make that empire worth having.